everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a matchup today where the focus will be on the passing game. The Bears are #1 in pass defense, and they're going up against the Ravens offense that knows they'll be challenged. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, thank you much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. Their long winning streak finally came to an end last week. A disappointing game for them, but still a heck of a run.
Indeed it was. What a great job by them putting together a streak. Now let's see how they rebound after a defeat.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
To get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go from Soldier Field. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 1st and 10. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. Cuts it out to the sideline. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that. Because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, when line shifts, all those things that go along with it. And yet, you still have to be physical. And that's what they did on the first play.
Marquise Lee, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, partner, the hit sure looks like a simple route, but I think the issue with it is a lot of time when you're making that play, you're actually working your way back inside towards traffic where the big guys are coming from.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. This from 36 yards out. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work.
I know coaches always tell us that they make decisions about these types of plays, this type of a fake, earlier in the week to take the emotion out of the deal. I don't know that was really true here. This one felt like all of a sudden, hey, I have a feeling about let's go ahead and get it, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, I know one thing. They wish they had it back.
Yeah, they certainly do, but the buck stops with the head coach on that one. He has to green light that attempt. Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
On second down, here's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll run again with Mason. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, and we just saw there, one broken tackle.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver was Trey Mason, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on fourth down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Miller. Cutback, left sideline. Lamar Miller, the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Lamar Miller with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the... And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But You've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Second down following the run. On second down, Wilson. And he hits Jermaine Kearse. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
Now Mason. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. On the ground again, it's Mason. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's Wilson to throw. The grab made by Kearse over the middle. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Now Wilson on second down. Surveying the field. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he fends him off. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. A chance for us to look at this Baltimore defense again. Last drive, touchdown surrendered. Here, see if they can stop them.
It's always a constant battle of letting the last series go, good or bad, but especially bad. Give up a touchdown. Okay, forget the finger pointing, forget the blame. Go back out and play the defense you know you're capable of and help your team out.
And probably look to the leaders as always.
As always. They're going to be the ones going to grab some people and say, all right, let's do this thing.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
Here we go. Green, 30.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got Gresham. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even add a
Lamar Miller. Touchdown, Chicago. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. On second down, here's Wilson. To the right side, caught by Saleh. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. A dump off for Mason. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now they run. It's Mason. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They come out here in the eye. Booker on 1st down. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Wilson. Out on the right, this is Cruz. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Now Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Miller, the lone setback. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Green, 39.
Now a handoff to Miller. And some room to roam now. A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards on the ground. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw, setting up the screen for Miller. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This will be fielded at the 6. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Bears are not moving the ball through the air for a second straight week. The Ravens have done enough on that end to disrupt the flow, and that's played into it as well. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Midway through the first quarter, Floyd's able to zero in on the QB here. This will go for a loss of 8.
Well, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry, so we're going to get him right to quarter number 3. Returnable here for Davis. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, one thing I know for sure, the standard speech is to treat the game like it's tied. But when you have an advantage, they also tell you, make sure you don't get your foot off the gas. Message received.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 7 yards to go on second down. He'll drop to throw. And Gresham has it left side. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They come out here in the eye. This is Miller. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Now back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears defense gearing up as they take the field. A handoff to start the drive to Mason. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They come out here in the eye. Now Wilson on second down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Miles Jack in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Second down, sacked by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. Third and long, it's Wilson. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Here's Brad Wing now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Let's take it inside his own 40. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Leopard. Set. Green, 39.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Clayton Gathers makes the stop.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Oh, now Miller slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They're going to try and throw. Dumps it off for Spiller. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one good for 10 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And some room to work. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. They'll get 23 yards there. And it'll be a Chicago 1st down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well. But they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Josh Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, Those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. We focus our attention on the Bears defense now. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew. So they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense who said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And that defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
On second down, here's Wilson. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Miles Jack in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on third down after that sack. We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. So here's third and 20, and with a long yardage, defense going with a nickel look. Now Wilson, complete outright to Kurz. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. And he's got some space here. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3-and-out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Mason. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run for it with Mason. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
Well, this season's going nowhere. No reason not to go for it. And it's a rare success for them as they keep the drive alive.
Now it's Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. They'll run here with Mason. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Now the Ravens bring out the field goal unit here. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And Forbath will put this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort, at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Here's Spiller. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. To the right side, caught by Saleh. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. They go play action with Wilson. And this This is caught by Curse. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Miles Jack in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Now Wilson on second down. Complete outright to Curse. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 18 yards on that one. And they're going to face a third down. And quickly, they get to the line. To throw is Wilson. And he hits his man, Matthews. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. A dump off for Mason. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. To throw again is Wilson. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Victor Cruz, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Kai Forbath on for the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up.
Detroit! Here we go now.
That one looks like he'll throw here. On the screen, complete to Spiller. Spiller trying to get loose. He lost the football. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Bears, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.